Today I will be talking to you about Rachel Carson, DDT, and the environmental movement. First, let's start off with Rachel Carson. Rachel Carson was a writer, scientist, and ecologist. She graduated from Chatham University and soon after became the editor-in-chief of all publications for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services. She went on to then write a book called Silent Spring in 1962 to educate and warn people about the misuse of pesticides. She testified before Congress and called for new policies to be put in to protect human health and the environment. She died in 1964 to breast cancer. Next, I'll be talking about DDT, which is one of the first chemicals in widespread use as a pesticide, quoted by the Pesticide Action Network. Rachel Carson's evidence about DDT raised concern to Congress, which then led them to create the EPA, which is known as the Environmental Protection Agency. The EPA's first act when they were created was to ban DDT from being used because of the harmful pesticides. Breast cancer and other cancers, male infertility, miscarriages and low birth weight, developmental delay, and nervous system and liver damage are all effects from DDT. And last but not least, the environmental movement. The environmental movement was launched on April 22nd, 1970, and this day is now known as Earth Day. Soon after the movement was launched, the Clean Air Act, the Clean Water Act, and the Endangered Species Act were all put into place by Congress. The enforcement of these laws when they were first put into place was very minimal until about the late 80s when George H.W. Bush was elected as president. Soon after his presidency, the enforcement fell off again. But as of recently, the framework for environmental protection has changed due to technological advances and overall general education about the environment